Hello and welcome everyone, my name is The Clever Fool. Today we'll be playing the fifth and final mission of Vlad Dracula called The Night Falls. We'll be going for an achievement in this mission as well called Fire with Fire, in which we amass 10 condottieri, Genoese crossbowmen, and 10 bombard cannons. Let's go ahead and get started.
Finally, the ancient warrior resumed his tale. It was a long 12 years. I was alone, waiting here for signs of Dracula's return. But all I ever saw were Turkish marauders ravaging the countryside of this once beautiful land and tormenting the people. One thing kept me from despair. The last words I had heard from my lord, that he would return in the end. I repeated these words to myself every day and promised myself that he would succeed. It was a fool's hope, but it was the best that I had. So I endured. Dracula had preserved enough food and water in the castle to last an entire army several years. I had begun to think that he would never return. But rumor among the locals told me differently. When I overheard the same as I spied on Turkish patrols, I became more confident. I shuddered at the sight of the land that he would return. One day, I awoke to the thundering of hooves and the frenzied war cries of soldiers pouring down from the Carpathians. It was Dracula, at the head of a Hungarian army come at last to liberate us from the yoke of the Turks and their Wallachia puppet, Bombard Cannons.
Alright, our objectives are to win the initial battle against the Ottoman forces. Our hints tell us that Vlad Dracula can support a population of 200. As a Hungarian vassal, his technology tree is Magyar once more. Capture the Ottoman army's camps to weaken it considerably. The Danube River is valuable not just for fishing, but also for the ability to launch naval attacks and control crossings. Bombard cannons are powerful. Dracula cannot initially build any, but there is a local craftsman who can. Italian condottieri and Genoese crossbowmen are quite effective against the elite enemy forces. Acquire some if you can. Your scouts report that Dracula in red initially commands a Hungarian camp in a small forest on the Danube River. The Ottoman army in blue poses an early threat, mounting attacks from several camps south of the Danube. They will train skirmishers, knights, spearmen, and siege units. Hungary in green is your strongest ally and will support you with heavy cavalry and siege units if they can acquire a base. Guarded by a token force, the valuable Turkish fortress of Sabak in gray lies in the center of the map. A small Wallachian town in yellow in the northwest is eager to help Dracula reclaim the throne. The puppet Bombard Leota in cyan controls a few cities and fortresses northwest of Targoviste. His army consists of spearmen and skirmishers led by bowyers. The greatest threat by far is from the Ottoman Empire in purple, which is firmly entrenched in Targoviste. Its army includes janissaries, hussars, siege units, and monks. A band of Italian mercenaries in orange is rumored to have arrived in Wallachia. Perhaps they will help you. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Let's research some text here.
Drive the Turkish invaders off and retake the fortress of Sabat.
Okay, so now we have a new objective. Recapture Sabak. Let's make sure we research all of our technologies here. And start pressing forward. Let's kill the towers. And focus on killing units here. Seems like we can destroy the towers to capture the camps. Let's have our monks set up here and get some healing online. Don't want to lose my cavalry archer here. Let's retreat for some healing. Get these rams up and scout ahead with our light cavalry. Keep pressing forward with our initial force here. And let's actually build some additional units to supplement these troops. That's 2 camps down. Have the monk move up, start healing up our forces. Let's retreat our knights back. Train a few more of those. Our rams have done like nothing useful so far. Pathing hasn't been great. Back up our range units for healing. Get them off our rams here. We're out of knights. Let's get some more bowmen. Reconcile our forces a little bit. One more Turkish camp to destroy. Ooh, that one's got like a tower of some kind. We've used most of our resources now. I remember in previous levels, it actually was super inefficient, or super efficient to research all your techs because you kept getting resources back. But now it seems like this time we only get a limited amount of resources, which in my opinion is honestly probably better balance. Take out this fortified tower. Gain control of the final camp. We got lots of knights. This should be fine. This should be the last Ottoman camp captured. Wonderful. And that's the Ottoman army defeated, actually. Cool. So now we can come back here and take Sabak. And actually heal up with our monk beforehand as well. Where is our monk, though? He's still alive. And it looks like they have pretty strong army here. The purple army. But it's nothing to be super concerned about. We can take this time to heal up before we capture Sabak. I think the main thing there is to make sure that we don't need to destroy the production buildings. We can just focus down the tower, and focusing down the tower will limit their production a little bit. So you will be able to quite comfortably take the base. We actually have a decent amount of our original force. It does look like we've lost most of our arbalesters. No, we've got 6 arbalesters left. I think we did reasonably well, given the circumstances. I wonder if they have mangonels or anything. Got the 2 heavy scorps. Boys are all healing up. Let's take this opportunity to organize a little bit. We only have the 1 champion left out of all the original starters. And the 1 Magyar Hussar as well. Got tons of knights left though. Let's see if we can bait them out. Here they come. The camels seem to be all done. So now we can move our knights in. And we're gonna win here.
Hungarian border is safe from the Turks. To
Very good.
Wallachia.
So now our next objective is to reach the Wallachian town. This is a base that we secured for green. And look, we have 1,000 of each resource now. Let's go send these paladins over to the town. And move our army over there as well. We actually lost these buildings, though we managed to keep the camps. Very interesting.
Arise, brothers, and help me overthrow the usurper. Basara Laiota.
Okay. Very cramped over here.
Szolgálatára. Igenis. Építkezek.
Szolgálat. Értettem. Jó napot. Igenis.
Let's use this opportunity to get our economy rolling as much as we can.
Igen, uram. Értettem. Igen, rendben.
No more idle vills. Very good. Our army is making its way up north. And our new objectives are to defeat the Ottomans and Laiota as well.
Parancs. Az megyek.
Honestly, that's not a huge problem with the galleys. Over here, we've got, Wallachia. This looks like an interesting thing. Bombard Cannons. This is related towards our achievement, most likely.
Értettem.
Vlad Dracula's man.
Megyek.
We are only
Igen.
humble craftsmen.
Azonnal.
But if you
Építkezek.
protect and feed us, we will construct cannons for you.
Okay. Tribute 1,000 food to them. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to do that just yet.
Építkezek. Jó nap, parancs. Bányászok. Bányászok.
I think I'm going to stay in the castle age for now. Just got 2 bombard cannons. What's this orange territory here?
Some of the finest warriors in all of Europe are for hire here.
I see, mercenaries.
Condottieri or balastrieri from Genoa.
Szolgálat. Azonnal. Építkezek. Igen. Igenis. Építkezek. Jó nap, megyek. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Igenis. Igenis.
Maybe you should have considered building a 3rd town center, actually. We are low on wood now, all of a sudden.
Igen, igen, uram. Rendben.
Szolgálatára.
Parancs. Bányászok.
Let's get everyone here on stone, actually.
Bányászok. Igen.
Because I'm going to want to build some castles here to defend these choke points. Yeah, definitely going to want a castle like up here.
Jó napot.
Let's move our army up north.
Parancs.
512. Do we have a blacksmith? We do. And we conveniently researched all the techs that we need to.
Szolgálatára. Azonnal.
You have stirred the wrath of the great Ottoman Empire for the last time. Now you will pay with your life.
Okay, I mean that's fine.
Értettem.
I guess they're going to be sending attackers over to us momentarily. Let's get a few more on stone here. I'm going to want to fortify out my base before I do anything else. I don't mind losing these camps down here, honestly. They're not going to do too much for me.
Parancs. Azonnal. Jó nap. Azonnal. Igen. Értettem. Fát vágok. Megyek. Igen. Azonnal. Építkezek.
Right on cue. Let's build this castle up.
Építkezek.
Get some more farms online. And this is going to shape up to be a pretty fun level, I think. Because the Hungarians, yeah, they're going to help us keep the enemies off for a little while earlier. And while we get these objectives, we'll also have to remember that we want to amass the 10 bombard cannons. So, okay, so tribute 1,000 food so that the craftsman will construct bombards for me. Okay, to hire a condottiero. Okay, so I think I need to try to get the food online as early as I can, because it seems like I can't just directly buy them. It seems like they'll only make them for me every so often. And then I need to make sure that I keep these guys safe. So I'm actually gonna just keep these guys in the back. Do I have a university? No. So I'm gonna want to build one of those next. And get a castle up here, maybe.
Parancs, megy.
Jó napot, értettem. Szolgálatára.
Low on wood.
Értettem. Fát vágok.
Low on food.
Parancs. Igen, értettem.
We got a lot on stone.
Bányás.
Get a few more on gold here as well. Let's send some knights over to defend them. We don't want the Hungarians going down on us. I want to get to Imperial as fast as I can. Honestly, once their siege is down, we don't need to really worry about defending them here. Let's keep that food income coming along. We'll need to bide our time. Looks like Teal's still doing okay. I'd say maybe a castle down here at this choke point would be helpful at some point. Is there any land worth capturing? Ooh, this front line area looks like it could be worth capturing. Let's grab Bosaw to improve our lumber camps and get our economy online. Yeah, so I think my next plan will be, yep, to get a castle up here. And once I get a castle up there, I'll feel confident enough to expand in that direction with another TC. Masonry's coming in. Nice. We want to get Murder Host too, but our primary enemy will be Bombard Cannons. And I think the timer that we need to wait for is definitely going to be this Bombard Cannon. So we really do want to advance to the Imperial Age and get our food eco going as soon as we can to make sure that we can get the achievement quickly as well. Got handcart, keep villager production coming out. Not enough wood. Enemies are coming at us in earnest now. Our enemies, actually, Basarab's only in Castle Age, so we could actually potentially just straight up kill him. We've been developing our economy here, but we could straight up just kill him, I think. Hussars cost no gold.
Szolgálatára. Építkezek. Jó napot. Építkezek.
Szolgálatára. Rendben. Igen, rendben. Igen, uram.
Bosvarp is still looking fairly strong here. I think I'm going to focus on booming up for now. Though, at our pace, it looks like we will outdevelop him soon.
Jó napot.
I guess there's a reason why they made these hills so lumpy, so that I can't build a TC properly.
Építkezek. Parancs.
Unfortunate. But yeah, now our eco is booming. We should be able to advance to Imperial very soon.
Parancs.
Let's build a castle up here.
Igen. Szolgálatára. Igen, uram. Rendben.
Don't want to lose these bombard cannons.
Igen, uram. Rendben. Igen. Szolgálatára.
Get back here, boys. Come on. That's a Trev. We need murder holes.
Jó napot. Javítom.
Igen. Igen.
Start advancing to Imp.
Igen. Szolgálat. Javítom.
Keep training Vills. And honestly, I can just keep some crossbow production up until I get the food income to start producing more cavalry.
Igen.
Jó napot.
Let's grab ballistics.
Azonnal. Építkezek.
Start mining gold from over there. Very good.
Igen. Rendben. Igen.
Perfect. You can actually start thinking about the 1,000 food to the Wallachans here as well.
Igen. Parancs. Javítom.
Puppet Lyota has orders to take you alive. An oak steak awaits you in Istanbul.
Szolgálat. Igen. Építkezek.
Szolgálat. Építkezek.
Still not worried. These are only galleys. The castle should actually be able to clean this up completely. And let's actually tribute the Wallachians the 1,000 food, and that'll get the Bombard Cannons.
Generous Lord Dracula. We will begin our work immediately.
Igen, uram. Rendben. Szolgálatára.
Wonderful.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Parancs.
Let's start repairing. We'll build this lumber camp. We've reached Imperial Age. Beautiful. Let's keep pumping out workers. All our eco-techs are online. We should think about picking up chemistry at one point. Let's get crossbowmen online. And I actually heard that Magyars have really good cavalry archers, which I do appreciate.
Igen.
So I think I'll start transitioning into cavalry archers at some point as well.
Igen.
And I'll in fact create a few archery ranges so I can start turning them out. Let's pick up hoardings.
Szolgálatára.
Keep villager production coming out.
Építkezek.
More farmers, more farmers, more farmers. And yeah, Lyota.
Szolgálat. Igen, rendben.
Seems like he'll be a pushover actually.
Rendben. Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Igen, rendben. Előre. Igen, uram.
Jó napot. Megyek. Parancs. Értettem.
Jó napot.
Építkezek.
Igenis. Építkezek. Építkezek.
Igen.
Szolgálat. Igen.
And our Magyar Hussars actually only cost food. We should actually be getting blacksmith upgrades. I've been completely neglecting those.
Igen, rendben. Rendben. Szolgálat.
We actually also want to make sure we don't accidentally win before we run out of
Igen, rendben.
before we create our 10 bombard cannons. We've got the 2 here.
Igen.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like I can
Szolgálat.
purchase my own bombard cannons. So honestly, I'm just gonna keep them safe. Like, I can use Trebs perfectly fine.
Szolgálat. Azok bányászok.
Igen.
Szolgálatára.
Bombard Cannon is ready.
There we go.
Enemy will tremble at the sight of it.
Jó napot. Megyek. Építkezek.
Man, this is okay.
Igen.
Do Magyars get Paladin? They do get Paladin. And truthfully, I'm gonna have some fun with this mission. I'm gonna take my time and really upgrade all my army and stuff, and just have fun rolling them over.
Megyek. Bányászok.
I know that I could probably be doing this a bit more efficiently. Oh wow, those bombard cannons crushed my arbalests here. I know I could be doing a lot of things more efficiently here, but I do like the sight of some heavy cavalry, if you guys catch my drift. Let's get some trade set up, even though we have plenty of gold. And we can think about grabbing heavy cavalry archer at some point. Let's spend these rams.
Igen, értettem.
Ooh, my game just froze a little bit. Wonder why that's been happening recently.
Szolgálat. Igen, rendben.
Let's pick up chemistry. Go bow. In the meantime, just spam Hussar. Grab our plate barding armor upgrade so that our boys are fully upgraded. Actually build a castle up here on the front. Secure more land.
Szolgálat. Igen, uram. Igen, uram. Igen. Szolgálat. Rendben. Igen, uram.
And start thinking about picking up heavy cavalry archer here, as well as elite Magyar Hussar.
Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble at the sight. Rendben. Előre.
Two-man saw. We lack food. Need more farmers, honestly.
Igen. Parancs.
Okay, our next food shipment will go towards researching heavy cavalry archer.
Jó napot! Fát vágok. Építkezek. Szolgálat. Javítok.
Heavy cavalry archer, where you at? Let's grab it. Got more stone to mine out here. Let's pick up the elite Magyar Hussar as well. We got time. Basrab is still in the Castle Age, so his units are way weaker than ours. And the Turks don't seem to attack quite as often. Let's pick it up in our back castle. Pick up some more Hussars. And pick up some more cavalry archers.
Igen, építkezek.
Coinage or caravan so that our trade carts can move faster. And wow, yeah, these cavalry archers are shredding. Again, I'm not so sure what's going on with those frame skips. I think they only really started happening in the most recent update. Hopefully that doesn't detract from the experience too much. I'm not sure why they're happening.
Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble.
We got 5 cannons online. Very good. Now we do need to remember to actually purchase the Condotieros and the Genoese crossbows. We did get our gold mining tech. Very good. I think our eco techs are all set up. In fact, I think most of our techs are all set up.
Igen, építkezek.
Igen. Építkezek.
Parancs. Építkezek.
Camp Patrol's been researched. Very good. Oh, we actually have a crap ton of stone. Just need to actually bother to mine it. I didn't even see that. Whoops. Let's pick up siege engineers. And truthfully speaking, I think the pacing is more limited by the achievement than anything else. We only have 5 Bombard Cannons, and I'm pretty sure I would be able to beat the level before I got that far. So let's just let's slow our roll a little bit. Really hope there's no resources or text that I'm missing out on here. Nope. Blacksmiths are completely empty. How do I train these things? I click the Italian archery range. 2, 3, 4. I got 10 of these. They're just chilling. 3, 4, 5.
The Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble at the sight of it.
We'll stem the flow with hussars in the meantime. How many cannons do we have? We've got 5. 6 cannons. How many condos? Need one more. 10 condos, so now we're just limited by the cannons for the achievement. Yeah, Basrab is still stuck in the Castle Age, so he's pretty much irrelevant at this point.
Okay, bang.
And their economy is looking pretty strong as well. Might as well pick up these university techs. Not like we got much else to spend them on. Spend our resources on, that is. We don't get faith. Let's pick up heresy. We got the gold. Four more bombard cannons to go. And yeah, if this is all the Turks have, then we definitely are in an advantage here. We're just twiddling our thumbs, truthfully. I don't really want to end the game, right? One more.
The enemy will tremble at the sight of it.
Okay, so this happened at the 1 hour 4 minute mark. We've got 7 cannons. Guess we just chill here and look pretty. Again, the biggest danger is winning by accident at this point. Keep our friends occupied, but not too occupied. Come on, craftsman, you can do it. I believe. I believe in you. And I guess I could take this lull in activity to, I guess, talk a little bit about my plans for the channel. In case you're a viewer and you didn't know, I actually have a Discord server too, where I stream other games like Overwatch and Battle Brothers and whatnot. I'm hoping to develop a channel that like follows like educational pursuits like computer science and math, as well as gaming. Just be a nice place for people to hang out and learn some stuff and help teach each other about various video games and just get help learning stuff in general. I plan on like sharing videos, making content, just having fun overall, with an education theme, I guess. And these Age of Empires playthroughs are super fun, but they're meant to be like kind of like a tutorial where I'm not super flashy, right? I'm not beating the levels in the most elegant manner, but I am beating it in a manner that I think is pretty easy for like newer players to follow. I know like pros, like the Viper or higher rated players, can defeat these levels with ease. So I'm kind of just angling it from a different perspective where, hey, I wanna learn how to beat these levels. I'm not the greatest at micro, you know, I'm not the most advanced player in the world. How can I do it? And
the enemy will tremble at the sight of it.
We're up to 8 cannons. And that's kind of like the general direction that I wanted to go in. I've always enjoyed, you know, helping people learn things and sharing, I guess, my strategies and approaches with people. So that's really what I'm going for. It's a very simple goal, so it's kind of hard to ramble on and on about it. Like, we could definitely be running over the Turks right now. But we're not. We're not because we're waiting for the cannons to finish producing. Cavalry archers versus boats. There's a sight you don't see every day. So I think my biggest piece of advice for this particular level is to just boom up, honestly. There's like these nice natural choke points that you can defend your base with. And just boom up, and you'll be fine. There's really not much else to say. Magyar heavy cavalry are super cool. And just don't forget to neglect your military production. Two more cannons to go. I might even consider cutting this part out. Because it's just so uninteresting.
Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble.
Only one more Bombard Cannon left to go. We'll pick up spies. Look, we got a good eyeful of their base now. Probably could have picked up spies way earlier, in fact. I'm just waiting for this achievement to pop. As soon as it does, we're going on a rampage. I really do enjoy this map, though. It's a classic, like, big boom, build to destroy. You know, you've got allies, you've got multiple enemies. There's, like, good colors and unit compositions running around everywhere. I like this level a lot. It was harder in the original HD version, but the spirit is still there. And overall, it's a very beautiful map, and I like the multiple series of objectives that we can take. And, you know, it's just a good all-around, very fun map. Hiring mercenaries and building bombard cannons is very fun. And having, like, these super decked-out red armies, like, just looks so cool. We got one of our trebs. Yep. One more cannon! One more cannon! Let's go, let's go, let's go! Don't accidentally defeat the Turks. Let's go, let's go, let's go. One more cannon. One more cannon.
The Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble at the sight.
Nice! And I don't know if you can hear the sound effect or see it, but we just got the achievement. How lovely. So now that we have it, we can unleash our full rage on these fools and clear the level out. I'm ready for this level to be finished. Production queues are full. Will we be able to win before the Bombard Cannons even make it to the front? Let's see. Oh, the Bombard Cannons are here. The cavalry has arrived. Get in there. Time to start earning your keep. Should be all she wrote. Should be a matter of minutes before these guys resign. Take out their barracks. actually take this opportunity to change some of the audio settings. Let's see. Let's do sound volume lower. Yeah, sound volume can be lower. Voice volume should be high. There we go. That sounds a little bit better.
The Bombard Cannon is ready. The enemy will tremble at the sight of it.
I think they'll give once their production buildings get finished off here.
The Turkish invaders have been pushed back once and for all.
Nice. Lovely.
Dracula achieved victory at last, and the invaders fled before him. Rallying his men, he charged the enemy ranks with an unspeakable vengeance that emboldened his army. A decisive victory was near, but it was at that hour that a volley of arrows whistled through the air and struck Dracula in the chest, knocking him from his horse. The Turks easily routed our leaderless forces, and our chance to drive them out vanished. The occupation resumed, and the survivors despair. The memory of a great man endures forever. As a token of gratitude, I invited our host to join us in a pilgrimage to the monastery at Snagaf to pay our respects to Dracula's grave. Tears running down his face, the elderly man could do naught but nod in reply.
Unfortunate. So it seems like his story didn't have a happy ending after all, but such is life, and such is history. So overall, this level, pretty fun, actually very easy. If I had to redo the achievement, I would relax the requirement for the Bombard Cannons a little bit. I spent a lot of that level moving a little bit slower than I could have, just waiting around for Bombards to get created. Amassing the Condottieri and the Genoese crossbowmen was pretty easy. So if I had to do it again, I'd say like 5 Bombard Cannons and then 20 each of the other 2. That would seem pretty reasonable to me. I have done the DE version and the HD version of Vlad Dracula at this point, and so I can kind of compare the two of them against each other. The HD version of Vlad Dracula had a lot of really cool story-driven elements, and it tried a lot of cool mechanics, such that, for example, in the first level, it actually showed the enemy forces showing up and killing all of your army, and you had to escape to like a transport ship. They basically made that unwinnable for you by giving the enemy units 10,000 HP or something. And I think, like, when I first played through that, it introduced just so many cool new things and just elements that I didn't expect to be able to see in an Age of Empires game, that I was just totally blown away by it. And like the RPG element of some of the levels was also really fun. At other times, it was very frustrating. For example, in the original DE or the original HD version, there was a glitch in the 4th level where the enemy just straight up wouldn't spawn very many units, and you had to kill 500 units to progress to the next level, or the next portion of that level. Then later on, there was a cutscene that had a monk in it, and at some point, I guess a patch that changed pathfinding or something actually broke that cutscene. so you couldn't even progress past that point in the level. And those are all very, very frustrating. But when they got fixed, I really did think that it was a wonderful gameplay experience. The DE version largely stays faithful to the original. The map design, particularly this last map, and the rest of the maps were all very, very close to the original map design in Forgotten Empires. So it's not like the other levels that I think got completely reworked. I think Barry got completely reworked. I know Alaric got super mega ultra reworked. Most of the levels are very, very different. But that being said, like, it's still very enjoyable. I had a great time playing this campaign. You know, running cavalry all around the map and just running stuff over, super, super fun. And I did like the defensive one. So yeah, I had a great time. So that is the Fire with Fire achievement completed, as well as the entirety of the Vlad Dracula campaign. So thanks for watching. My name is The Clever Fool, and I will see you guys in the next one.